Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Lone Star Chick Plans, and today, as you can see, we're going to be doing a cash stuffing for my mom, aka Gramzee's budget. And we're going to be stuffing our month ahead and our sinking funds. So if you guys are into that, we will be talking about sinking funds today. So I did want to talk first a little bit about kind of like how we chose her sinking funds, because I know some people struggle with that. So sinking funds is basically just a savings account. You can choose how you want to do that. You pick your categories. I would suggest starting with just a couple. Don't get crazy with it. Start with something simple like Christmas or car insurance or gifts or something like that. Maybe a streaming service that you're looking forward to. I would say start small. Start with a couple. Get good at saving those and then slowly incorporate other ones into it. For her, in her case, I was more comfortable already with that idea, so I just told her what to do and we kind of set it up that way. So we kind of started gung-ho at first, which I don't really recommend if you're doing this on your own. You don't have someone that's already doing this system because it can get a little confusing and overwhelming. So I would say just start small, start with a couple, and then work your way up to a couple more. It's going to take a few months to get the hang of it. It doesn't start right away, so you got to kind of work yourself into it. But it is so helpful, especially when you have those annual subscriptions or annual things, or every 6 month kind of things like car insurance and stuff like that that's due. You can be saving up for that, and then you don't have to come completely out of pocket when those bills come up. For, like, in her case, she has her car insurance and her renter's insurance that's going to be due annually. So this year we paid it in full. Next year, she will have been saving the whole entire year for it next year. So when the bill comes next year, she'll have the money already set aside to pay for those things. For her, and in her case, it's difficult to be able to have to come up, with $1,000 for car insurance or, several $100s for renter's insurance every year. So, it could be very expensive, and not a lot of people can afford that, especially people like her, retired, living on one income or very small income. So with everything going on in her budget right now, we definitely are placing priority on certain things, and her renter's insurance, her car insurance, her car registration, because that's another thing that's an annual thing for her. We know we have to pay it. It comes up every single year. Those kinds of things are the things you probably should start with your sinking funds on, in my opinion. Your car registration or your car tags, I don't know. Different people call them different things. In Texas, we call it car registration. You got to renew your registration for your vehicles every single year. It's not that expensive like in some other states I've seen where it's, several $1,000s. In Texas, it depends on what you drive, but in the case of her and I, like our vehicles, it's like $100 for everything we need to have paid for in Texas. So we need about $100 saved and for the whole year. So hers, I think, is due maybe August-ish or September. I can't remember. So we're going to be paying that then. And so we need to be saving up for that bill when that month comes. A lot of other things are kind of like negotiable. Like, you can save for gifts, but if you don't have anybody you buy gifts for, or you're not very often, you may choose not to do like a gift category. In her case, she wants to buy gifts or have money to make gifts, since she does, embroidery and sewing and stuff like that. So she wants to have those categories. So she does have a gift category, and that's either to buy stuff to make a gift or to have the money to give a gift like cash or give a gift card or something like that. So we're not saving a whole lot in these categories because these are not priority right now. But we're saving a little something just in case she wants to do that for someone. So Let's start with a quick cash count so we can get into the stuffing, and then we can talk more about the sinking funds. We are stuffing $1,366 today. I'm going to put that to the side, and let's do a quick cash count. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 1,150. 100. Let's try this again. $60. $30. $26. So that's what we have today. $1,366. So let's get into So the first one we're going to stuff is renter's insurance, and we talked about that. So her annual renter's insurance, like, we're basing it off of the most recent payment that we made to them, and I believe that was $75 for the year. So we are splitting that $75 between 12 months, and that gave us about $6 a month. So that is how much we are saving per month until next year. So we're going to add a 5 and a 1. So now that gives us $5, $10, $15, $16, $17, $18 saved up so far. I'm just going to add that here. So for car insurance, that I believe this last year was $13.75, and so we're dividing that by 12 months, and we are dividing it by 12 months, and we're saving that amount per month, so which is 108. So let's add 108 in here. So now let's give this a count. We have 1, 2, 3, 300, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So 324. Yeah, 324. The next one is car registration, and that one is due, like I said, later on this year, and that one we're saving $14. So that is a 10 and 4 ones. So now let's give it a quick count. We have 10, 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 41, 42. And we've already filled out our trackers ahead of time. So that's $42. We're going to add a new category in May for copays because she's going to have some doctor's appointments coming up. So we're going to start saving for that. Medicines, we're saving just $1. We don't have anything there right now, so I'm just gonna put $1 in here. She just used it all. Gifts, we are adding $25, and that is going to be a 20 and a 5. So now we have $27. She used it recently for some gifts. She bought some stuff and made some gifts. I will link her shop below, so in the description. So if you guys want to check out her shop, she does have a online store that she set up to sell some of the things that she makes. And so if you guys are interested in that, it's embroidery, sewing, crafts, stuff like that. The next one we're going to do is printer ink, and that one we are stuffing $17. And this one is not a priority category. This one is just because we know eventually we're going to need more printer ink. We're just kind of saving up for that now because it is expensive, so that we are ready when the time comes. And the amount is 10, 20, 30, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51. So we have 51 saved up. So for this one is for our Google extra storage, kind of like Apple storage, but it's for Google for Android based phones. So this is Google One, and we are trying to save $32. So let's see how much we have in here. We're saving $3 for that one. How many did I add? So I should have 15, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, I was missing one. So we have $15 now, which is about halfway to the amount that we need. I believe it's like $32 or something like that for their annual subscription. So the next one is software. We're going to be using this kind of like generically for now. The amount that we're saving is for the McAfee virus protection, and we are going to be, there's nothing in there right now. We're going to be saving $8, so that is going to be a 5 and 3 of these crusty dusty ones. So she needs this for her computer, for all her files and stuff. So we're just going to get the year subscription, and then we'll just save up for it for the next year after we pay this year. So I think this one is due in July. So we're trying to save up to have enough for July. So we're using that one kind of like, it could be for multiple things, so we just kind of kept the category generically. So the next part we're going to be stuffing is the bills, and this is for month ahead. So her month ahead, a lot of people call it different things. For her, we're calling it month ahead. And for this section, so we are saving income received in April for May's bills. She had enough saved up that we were able to start this. Well, actually, she had her rent saved up. We went ahead and pulled, because she had extra money in her checking, like in her buffer. So we went ahead and pulled buffer money, and we started the month ahead process since she was already ahead on her rent. So this is April's income received that we are going to save and put to the side for May's bills. We'll put the money in here, and then come in May, at the beginning of May, we'll go ahead and take this money out, and we'll deposit that into the bank. And then we will use that money to pay May's bills. So right now, the money she's using to pay April's bills is income that she received in March. So hopefully that makes sense. So we just basically sat down, and if we didn't know the exact amount, if the amount is not the same every month, like let's say your utilities, for her that amount changes every month, and that's her pest control, trash, I forgot, water, I think. And I'm not sure what one other thing is. There's one other thing, but I can't remember what it is. So it's like 4 different things for her, and that is changes every month because of the water. So since that changes every month, we just kind of looked at all of her bills and we estimated really high for the highest month that she ever paid, and we've been kind of saving that to the side. Now every month when she pays the bill, she's only depositing into the bank the money needed to pay that current bill. So there is normally a little bit left in her folder, in her envelope for the next month. So she's kind of building up a little bit of a savings account in her folder for that bill every month. So if it comes in less, then she'll have more additional money saved. So for her rent, that is $877, and that is going to be 800s, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800s, and then a 50, a 50, let's see, 50, a 20. Sorry guys, I'm having trouble seeing my screen here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's give it a count. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 50, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 877. That is how much we pay in rent every single month, and that amount doesn't change, so that's great. So we know exactly how much we need in this envelope every single month. The next one is utilities. So for utilities, we are saving $125 per month, and as you can see, she has currently $10 that was left over from last month that we didn't need because her bill came in a little bit lower than what we saved. So for this month, we are adding $125. So we are going to be adding 2 50s, 2 10s, and a 5. So that's 100, 10, 25. And we're choosing some little different denominations because her bill does come in different. So that's 125, so we should have 135 now. And that will be how much we have for next month's bills. So for the next one is electric, and this one is the only other one that's variable, but actually we've signed her up on the balance billing. And so now that bill is going to be $63 even every single month going forward for her. So this one we were actually saving up $112. I think we were actually saving a little bit more. Let me check. I think we were actually saving up. Yeah, I think we were actually saving $112. I think we were saving 120. That's what it looks like. We were saving 120. But we got her on the balance billing now, so now we don't need to save as much. But you can see just from a few months of saving up $120, her bill came in a little bit lower, like 2 months. And so, or I think last month, and so she didn't need as much. So now we have plenty of money in here buffered out so that she can use this. So this is leftover money that she saved. We can use this going forward. So electric is going to be 112, and we're doing 100, a 10, and 2 ones. So now we have 1, 2, 20, 40, 55, 56, 57, 58. So $258 in electric. And her bill is going to be $63 going forward. So car wash, that is normally $20 for her, and that is going to get a 20. There's nothing in there right now. And then her internet is going to be $50, and that will get the last two 20s and a 10 in here. And that also doesn't have anything in there because everything we're saving, we're using every month. That's a static bill for her. So that bill doesn't change. Her car wash bill doesn't change. Her electric bill is not going to change going forward. So on this one, the electric bill and the balance billing, it's going to true up. I believe they told her once a year. So once a year, she'll either owe them more money or they will owe her a credit on the, you know, I guess the 13th month bill. So, we'll just be watching that number every month so we know how much saved money we need to have for that 13-month when that comes around, whether we're going to owe more money so we have that money saved up, or whether we need to save less because we are not going to owe as much. So that's how we're going to kind of work that bill. We're still going to continue to save in our sinking funds for it. Maybe just not as much. Hopefully the usage will be lower so that we can come out ahead on this bill, but we'll have to see how that goes. So we'll see that change next month. The other one we talked about was the co-pays. We're going to add that next month. See, you know, it's been a couple months, so we started this in February, this process for her. We set up the budget in February. We started, you know, the sinking funds and the bills and everything, saving up for that. We realized that it still needed to be tweaked, like the doctor visits. We didn't really save for that. We didn't really consider that. She needs to be saving for that because she doesn't get income from anywhere else to be able to offset that cost. So we do need to save for it, and it's the best to just do a sinking fund instead of paying for it out of pocket every month when she goes. So that because there are months when she doesn't go, and we could be saving that month for when she does need to go. So we're going to start that sinking fund next month, and we're just going to probably take a little bit out of electric to be able to save for it, since we don't need that much in that buffer anymore, since her bill is only going to be $63. So we'll have, you know, the same probably amount of money being able to be saved. We're just going to repurpose that into another category so that her savings amount can stay the same, but just how we're categorizing it, we can you know, basically hone it in and true it up and make it a little bit better for what she needs. But yeah, guys, so that's it for today. That's it for our video today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you have any questions about the sinking funds in the comments. I'd be happy to talk about it with you. Maybe help you think about things in a different light, or give you some pointers for things that have worked for me. I just have been doing this process a little bit longer, so it's easier for me to direct her on what to do or how to think about it or things to consider, because she wasn't sure what she should be considering as a sinking fund. So, you know, we're always, you know, I'm always willing to help if you guys need, you know, any help setting it up or what to do. So leave me a comment, let me know, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.